Alex himself.
They like you. And everyone has an iPhone. How about that? Wow. Man, look at that posters, you name it. Okay, sit. The kids behind you gotta watch. All right. All right, so I'm gonna open this up because I have quite a diverse array here of Superman talent. 75 years. I won't live that long. And Superman will go on, I can't even imagine, 750 years until we run out of paper. Until the sun burns out, exactly. What does that mean to you people? I mean, you are obviously representatives of it, but what does it mean to you emotionally, from a personal sense? Anybody can jump in. Start at the end.
Just for me.
Past Superman roles and incorporated into Man of Steel.
Well, when it came to me creating this character for me personally, and with the groundwork and framework that my friend David here laid down, I wanted to avoid watching previous live action stuff, purely because that was, in my opinion, someone else's interpretation of the character in comic books. And I wanted this to be our interpretation of the character without anyone else's influence affecting that, and therefore muddying the line between source material and live action. So I didn't use any influence from previous performances.
Also from Facebook, for everyone on the panel, if you could have one of Superman's powers, what would it be and why?
Flight.
Go right down.
But I've often said, not one of his powers, but one of the maxims: truth, justice, and the American way.
The one power which I would choose, which I wish I had, which is probably the one thing which really ties him to humanity, is his unbreakable spirit. It's the one thing that he has that real connection with humankind with. And yeah, all the others are great, but it's his unbreakable spirit which is what I admire him most for.
From Twitter, Henry.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. They feed them to me. I don't get the choice. What was your favorite part of the physical aspect of becoming Superman?
How do I say this? You know what? Getting in that kind of shape was incredibly hard work, and it was, you know, a gruel and a slog every day to get up at 3 in the morning and train before work, and it would ultimately end up being a 15-hour day. It was exhausting, but I got to be in that kind of shape. I had an amazing trainer in Mark Twight, and when you are feeling that strong, it's a good feeling. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, you feel very fit and healthy, and so just that feeling of health and fitness, and yeah, that was probably the best part of it. Just feeling healthy. Thank you.
We were actually presenting the actual #1 comic book at a party last night. We were next to each other in line, and I had my arm around his waist, and ladies, fabulous.
I'll tell a funny anecdote. I brought my sons on the set when we were filming. I don't know if you remember this, but I timed it so that Henry would be in the costume when my kids were on the set, and I'd been saying, you know, yeah, I work with Superman. No, you don't. So my now 6-year-old was, I don't know, 4 and a half. We went on set, and the cape a lot of the times was digital, so Henry was in the costume. But my son introduced him to Henry and said, "Hey, this is Superman." He looked at me and said, "No, you're not. Where's your cape?" And he was like, "He's not Superman."
I proved him wrong then.
Hey, you comics artists and writers.
At the end of the Warner Brothers panel, Zach came out and he brought Harry Lennox, who plays General Swanwick in Man of Steel, and we, actually, Henry read a bit from Superman Returns, and so the next film we're making, we're already in pre-production, comes out in the summer of 2015, and we're actually not sure whether the title is Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman, but yes, it's
Nice.
that rematch, that combination, the two guys on the screen, and that's happening. I also have to say, I grew up reading these comics and read The Dark Knight Returns when it came out, and never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I'd be, writing Batman, blah, 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 Superman, blah, 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 blah. That's crazy.
And I'm safe to say it now, I'm Batman. That's not the only exciting coming up. To celebrate the 75th anniversary, DC Comics is launching an uber cool project called the Superman Real Heroes Project. Anyone ever heard of this? Oh, it's behind me, isn't that great? So you will be able to, you fans are invited to tell their stories about friends, about family members. You talk about a stranger you met on the street. Everybody who has, you want to talk about people who embody the traits of Superman himself. Strength, hope, power, optimism. And it's available today. RealHeroesProject.org. You can upload your story. They'll be doing them, there'll be new ones every week for some time to come from the Man of Steel cast. Henry's apparently has been uploaded today.
It has.
Don't you remember?
I do. Oh yeah, of course.
It was a good story. It touched my heart. I loved it. And join fans around the world in the Man of Steel cast. So please jump on board. Hail some friends, hail some family members, some people who embody Superman in your life.